It's time for us to delve into our topics for discussion this morning. We've got two very interesting topics that we're going to delve into. And so, as usual, we want you to be very interactive with us on our social media platforms. We are live on Facebook at Joy Prime TV. You can also take our WhatsApp number 055-157-5757. On Facebook, please do not forget to hit the share button. It's imperative that you do so. And so the first topic that we're going to talk about is the roll over youth unemployment. So there's a whole debate, there's a whole back and forth on the level of unemployment in the country at the moment, and majority and minority divided over which government has provided more jobs for young Ghanaians. Well, Kojo Nkrumah has said something, and he says that this government should provide jobs and not slogans. I don't know what you feel about that. I don't know what you think about that, but you can share your thoughts with us. The second topic that we're also going to be discussing is the Akosombo substation fire caused by insulation failure and not a sabotage. If you remember, it was being said that there's a possible sabotage somewhere in relation to the fire that broke out at the Akosombo substation. But after investigators investigated the matter, it is an insulation failure. So we'll get into that topic as well. But we are going to get started with the unemployment brouhaha that is currently going on between minority and majority in Parliament. And so, again, please make sure that you hop onto our Facebook page. It is Joy Prime TV, and our WhatsApp number is 055-157-5757. And I need to remind you that this is the News Flash segment, and it's proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. So if you're looking for whatever electronic gadget it may be, CCTV cameras, mobile phones, refrigerators, televisions, of all brands, they have got you sorted. From the comfort of your homes, you can download the app on iOS, on Android, at Franco Trading app, and you can place an order for whatever gadgets you're looking for, and they will deliver at your doorstep. You can also visit their website, www.francotrading.com. All right, so let's get right into this matter. Well, since it is minority that is speaking more on the matter of unemployment, I want to start with Prosper. Prosper, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
Issues of unemployment.
Yes.
I think basically unemployment is a social canker and doesn't order well for any society. Predominantly, we should have a situation where the youth of this country, the labor force of this country, is actively engaged in active service. But why is this an issue? This becomes an issue because we have a government that proposed as part of its mandate, for which reason Ghanaians voted for them, jobs. And you expect that jobs should be something very critical to them for them to tackle. But that's not the situation we find ourselves in right now. And so, obviously, it gives reasons for which the minority will raise concern, especially looking at the figures the minority cited, and obviously from the Ghana Statistical Service, which points to the fact that the unemployment rate for young Ghanaians aged 15-25 stood at 32% in in 2024, December 2024, and it rose slightly to 32.5% in the third quarter of 2025. And so a government that promised, or government that gave a social contract with Ghanaians hinge on job, you expect that they will provide job. This shouldn't be an issue. And when you look at the World Bank data too, it shows that, a moment please. When you look at the World Bank data, it shows that there's a significant increase in the level of unemployment compared to what they inherited. And so the minority is right on its core. The unemployment situation doesn't know a significant party. And so, yes, we support the core of the minority in asking government to address the unemployment situation.
Okay. You're done, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me come to Abdulai Abubakar on this. So, one of the things that I remember clearly when this whole unemployment conversation also started, when we look at YEA, looking at the level of job opportunities that had been created, the number of youth that had gained employment in some security services here and there, it looked like the numbers were doing very, very good. It looked like something great was happening. So what really could be the cause of the level of unemployment rising at the moment?
Sure. Thank you. I think for now, so far so good. What I can say is, because even just 2 days ago, the government launched Ghana Women and Youth Employment and Social Cohesion Program that should create 30,000 jobs for the youth, as in the female aspect of it, which is the women. And what we are providing is skills and financial support to this. When the sector that they are going to train them in ICT, STEM, they are going to do agribusiness. So this is an inclusion to what we have done so far. And don't forget, we have a flagship program like a Dzramado program, which is now taking care of us 86,000 youth, training, support, financial support and stuff. And when you take that one out, you have National Apprenticeship Program that we are currently doing now. We have the digital, which is 1 million coders, which we are bringing or enrolling the youth into ICT training, coding, programming, which is something that we are targeting 1 million youth to do this in the phase of 4 years. So if you watch all this agribusiness that we are bringing on board, these are all indication that yes, the government is preparing a foundation for the future for the youth. And it is clear that we are not just focused on slogans, we are actually focused on the real job. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama made mention of 1 million jobs that he has created so far.
Yeah.
And I think even my Joy, you made a fact check around it, and you were even saying that hey, it is 700,000, which is not up to 1 million.
1 million.
That should even tell you that in 1 year, if we are able to do this, compared to a government that in 8 years created just 2.1 million jobs, that should tell you that we have done so well. But we are not our comparison or our what we are focused on is not a standard of the MPP. We want to move beyond that. We want to set a record. We want to make sure that Ghanaian youth are very, very close to us with the NDC. That's why we keep on creating a very unique way.
You want to set a record?
Yes, we will. And we are doing that. Within a year, you did a fact check and you told us that, yes, we made mention of 1 million, but you have done your fact check, and with all indication, it shows that we have delivered 700,000 jobs.
It's actually 690.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So indirectly, that's
690,000.
690,000. That's close. That's 700.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Then
we say we have provided 1 million, and you did a fact check, and that told you that yes, compared to a government that in 8 years gave us 2.1, and if we are doing this in every single year, we are able to match up in 4 years. We will create a maximum number of jobs. See, our focus has been job, and we are doing that. Yes, don't forget the 24-hour economy has not really been there.
Let me interrupt you a bit. So you are laying the foundation.
Sure.
What you're saying.
Yeah,
you are training young people in hands-on skills.
Sure.
So be it sewing, dressmaking, hair making, IT also.
Yes, IT.
We are doing all of that. Okay, so when that is done, what happens next?
No, after all this, what we do is that we empower them by giving them financial support. It has been done several years. MPP came, they did the same thing, they have it, we don't know where the youth are currently right now. What we are focusing is that, look, it is not just about enrolling the youth into this project. It is about sustainability, making sure that you pick them up, you train them, you finance them, you empower them, and you mentor them. So that it will not be like just when they come, you give them just a token and you leave them and you think that you have done so well. So if you watch clearly, the NPP keep on telling us that the 24-hour economy, the 24-hour economy, the 24-hour economy, which we understand them because we still have 1 year and we still have a few years that we'll be doing it, and they don't understand. Currently, where I am at the port, and we are running 24-hour economy there. And look, just currently right now, the number of containers that has been worked on in Tema Port now is unprecedented, because now vessel comes in at any given point and they discharge them and they go. And that one alone has made sure that people who are supposed to go to a different port are now calling on Tema Port. That should tell you that the 24-hour economy has made an impact at Tema Port. We are not only doing Tema Port. Now, we are expanding it. And by the time that we fully finish the 24-hour economy, people will understand that, look, it was not just a slogan, but it's a vehicle for job creation. And that is what we are focused on. People will talk. They don't understand it. Yes, and definitely when it is even sweet and better, they still talk about it. But we are focused. What I was so happy is when you did the fact check and put us on our tour and say, okay, the concrete evidence that you have is this amount of numbers. Moving forward, the 300,000 that is short, we will prove to you that yes, we have it, but this is not our issue. We will still bring more on board. You do your fact check and you come back again and tell us that, okay, we have done this, because there are so many programs that we are running that have not been added to statistical service reports that they have. We will do it. We will provide it. All we are saying is that the policies
there
that we have...
There are so many, about how many? So there are so many that hasn't been yet added.
Oh yeah, moving forward, you see, we have quotas.
Okay.
First quarter, second quarter, we have quotas. So the new quarter that will come will justify every single thing that we are saying, that the kind of jobs that we are creating, the focus that this government is moving. Because look, currently, the reason why we are happy, or the reason why we are enjoying whatever success we are enjoying, is the youth who are with us. The youth are with us. The youth believe in us. The youth trust us. And all the policies and the projects that we are doing are youth-based focus. We are focusing on the youth because they are the future of Ghana. And all our focus is the youth.
Okay. All right. I want Dramani to come in on this.
Zora, thank you very much. Jobs in Ghana. Unemployment constitutes a ticking time bomb in Ghana. I always say that if it's not handled, or if urgent attention is not paid to the level of unemployment in this country, there may be a spontaneous eruption of anger in the streets someday, if it is not taken seriously. In November 2021, I led a group of young Ghanaians to the Parliament of Ghana to call on our representatives to make sure that the finance minister at the time, Mr. Kenuforiata, Mr. Kenuforiata's economic management produced jobs for the teeming unemployed youths of this country. That was November 2021 when I led that thing. At the time, I was the president of Unemployed Graduate Network. It was an advocacy group that we used to champion the rates of youth joblessness, unemployment in the country. Mr. Opon Nkrumah, the MP for Efuase Eyerebi, that's his constituency, right? Yeah, he was the information minister during Nana Addo's regime.
Yeah.
And he's proposed a few things that should be done to make a dent in the level of unemployment in the country. I was a bit curious reading some of those things, that when did he all of a sudden chanced on these things? When did Kojo Opon Nkrumah now become aware that sloganeering or crafting sweet-sounding slogans to woo young men and women to vote for you should be a thing of the past? When did he realize this? You see, he's a silver-tongued person. He's got a gift of the gab.
But does it really matter now?
It matters. Of course it matters.
Does it matter?
No way, please.
How does it matter?
It matters.
How?
When did he realize that?
Okay.
No, you see, this is a game they've been playing with us. NDC, you same. From 2000, Kufuor and his people, they were shouting jobs. We'll create job for you, create job for you. We voted for them. How many jobs? Only slogans. NDC, we'll create job.
Yes.
Professor Thomas, may he so continue to rest in peace. That jobs for the youth, jobs for the youth. We voted for them. They came. How many jobs did they create? Then MPP started shouting as if they had some magic wand to wave. No, we should be calling out those individuals who are double-faced, who are Janus-faced. We should be calling them out. When did he realize that? These are people we are just coming together again to hoodwink Ghanaians as if they have some potent solution to our problems. What was the rate of unemployment in 2016 when Anado took over? Can the MPP honestly tell us that unemployment didn't rise when Nanado left office? It rose. That is what we've been experiencing. This government also rode on the back of that. They piggybacked on the level of unemployment to get our mandate. We are watching them closely. The president said in the State of the Nation address that they have created over 1 million jobs. When I was there, I was at the Parliament House that day. When he said that thing, my mind went straight to Akufo-Addo in 2018. When Akufo-Addo in 2018 said that his government had created over 1 million jobs. By that time, you guys were not doing fact check. I don't know whether your team, it's possible for your team now to do fact check now, retroactively, to check whether indeed what they turned out was right. They said within, that was his Minister for Employment and Labor Relations, Mr. Ignatius Bafo-Ewa, on 1st May in Kumasi, he said that the government had created, that was in 2018. Akufo-Addo took over in 2017. And in May, they said they have created over 1 million jobs. So when the president mentioned over 1 million jobs, and I said, 1 million, what is it about this when government takes over and all the 1 million jobs in the following year? You understand? That it popped up on my mind. Because you understand, my curious mind. Straight, he went to Akufo-Addo. That Akufo-Addo also, in his second year, mentioned over 1 million jobs. When in fact on the ground, there's nothing like that reflecting. Look, my phone is constantly barraged because of what? These people asking for employment opportunities. Because, for some of us who have the opportunity to also be engaging in this national discourse, people assume that, okay, once you work with or you appear on platform. You have a
connection.
That's what they say.
Okay.
So I have connection.
Right.
You see, today I'm on the platform with my brother here. They have the power now.
Yes.
Last week I was here with him. But ever since, even messages I sent to him, he wouldn't respond.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So people will think we have that thing. Politicians don't trust these people. You know the number of NDC guys who have been appointed, who have shut their doors to their grassroots people. Okay. You can't imagine. That is what they are doing. They have done settings to their phone that when you send message to them, it will not blue tick. Ping, right? It doesn't blue tick for you to know that the person has read the message. Is that a display of honesty? In an honest society, public officials shouldn't be doing that settings to their phone. No. Me, certain things, when I see it on your phone, I begin to have some assumptions about you.
That you can't be
this guy will not be somebody whose this thing will be above board. Okay. So you should be careful.
Oh.
Look, this government promised Ghanaians 24-hour economy. Something my basic economics still struggle, to comprehend. But that is what they placed before us.
Yes.
And we gave them the mandate.
Yes.
To me, when I look at what they're doing now around the 24-hour economy thing, according to the Mr. Buzitano, who is in charge of the implementation of the 24-hour economy thing, said recently that the 24-hour economy thing will give us about 2.7 million jobs or 1.7 million jobs or so. Please check that in for me. So that is the jobs the 24-hour economy will be creating. But I see 24-hour economy thing as aspirational. That it's something that will not be achieved within the 4 years, because it's something aspirational. Because for a 24-hour economy to be successfully implemented, we have certain things that must first be in place. I call them the sine qua non for successful implementation of the 24-hour economy.
So but that is what they are doing. Let me, the question you asked. So the 24-hour economy is projected to create 1.7 to 2 million jobs.
Well, yes. Yeah. So in Dzramado's 8 years, he created about 2-point-something million jobs, according to the vice president at the time, who became their flag bearer. He said 2.4 or 2.6 million jobs that they created. I think 2.6 million jobs that they created within the 8 years. And according to him, it was historically unprecedented. You see how they do their film. Run-of-the-mill thing, and they tout mediocrity. Look, the fact on the ground is that unemployment continues to far outstrip the level of job opportunities created by government. But government, especially what the NPP has beaten, outperformed. NPP has kind of outperformed the NDC in doing is crafting sweet-sounding slogans. When it comes to job creation, they are very good at it, and I laud them for it. They cleverly. Christoph, you remember You Start? When the unemployment was surging, soaring, and then they realized that it constituted a potent and present danger to the stability of this country, they quickly, crafted You Start. They devised NAPCO. You remember that? Which predictably became a fiasco. Yeah, the NAPCO predictably became a fiasco because it was not something it was not a product of a thoughtful policy decision. That's it. Okay. NPP, so they are good at it. So this government, for instance, you see, when they create these things, do you know what they are doing to the youth? That's why the youth of Ghana cannot be like the youth of Kenya. These ones, they are docile, they have been emasculated by partisan persuasions. That's it. NDC, NPP, they have emasculated the youth. They have broken their front. Some years back, the youth constituted the formidable influential segment of society that government listened to. But this days, government doesn't listen to youth because they have done this thing and TESCON thing around the country. All the tertiary institutions, you see TESCON and thing, they will never agree on any issue. Even if it's in the interest of the country, they will never agree because partisanship. But those days when there was no thing and TESCON thing, the youth, they were united. It was a formidable front, a indomitable front. You understand? That government always listened to, but this time, no. So these people, they create these sweet-sounding slogans as if they are making some dent in unemployment or making some serious effort to create jobs for the people. You know what those slogans do? I see them as tranquilizers that they are injecting the Ghanaian youth with. Those are tranquilizers. Because when you hear a Jumara, for instance, it will blow your mind that government is coming to do something wonderful, drastic, so I can also get a job. But that is just a name, a Jumara. Psychologically put something on the mind. Then this NAPCO thing, You Start thing, all tranquilizers. They are injecting the youth with that. So you remain calm. That's what tranquilizers do. So you remain calm. Me, this government, I'm only watching them. That you promise us this number of jobs. The 24-hour economy, which is only building markets now. I don't know the policy evaluation that they have done, whether the market should predict the true job creation. I don't know. Okay. But the execution of the 24-hour economy, that is what we are watching, because the sweetness of the pudding is in the eating.
Okay.
Or
okay.
Yeah, the sweetness of the pudding is in the eating.
It's all right. Prosper, I'll come to you.
All right.
So viewers, I want you to join in on this conversation.
So nobody should come and say that the NPP, as if NDC is doing something that they didn't do when they had the opportunity. The same and worse.
On Facebook, it is Joy Prime TV.
I like the,
and our WhatsApp number is 055-157-5757. What do you think about this? The minority is saying that the level of unemployment at the moment is skyrocketing. And so government should do its bit. The promises that were made during the 2024, before the 2024 elections, all the promises about creating more jobs, most especially the 24-hour economy that got everybody excited. Governments we need to see more of it happening. What do you think about that? Please make sure that you share your thoughts with us. And so, Prosper, right, I could see you scribbling things down.
Yeah. I think my submission, my rebuttal will basically focus on some of the lies the two of them spewed and some of the skewed narratives they've pointed out. But you see, Dramani, I understand your disappointments and frustration. You led a group of youth to Parliament House thinking that when your party, the NDC, a party you have so much love for, you may pretend you're not a member of the NDC, you have so much love for, when they come, they'll do things better. And still, the data shows that the unemployment rate is much higher than when we left it in 2024, December 2024. And World Bank data is readily available to fact check that. And your producers may be able to fact check me on that. Okay. Then I hear, no. I was quite listening to you. I was quite listening to you, so please, if you allow me.
That is what happens.
Oh, please, let's not do this. Then I listened to Alhassan. Alhassan says Joy News had done a fact check on the figures President Mahama mentioned, and it wasn't 1 million, but it was 700,000. And I shrinked because President Mahama, which my understanding was referencing the Ghana Statistical Service. And as our third quarter, the Ghana Statistical Service reported that about 330,000 jobs were created. It wasn't anywhere close to 700,000. It wasn't anywhere close to, 1 million. And so if you come and sit here and you peddle, on truth, that it was 700,000, where are the jobs? Where are the 700,000 jobs? Then you have a Minister of Labor who, in Mahama 1, told us that if you need jobs, you need to go and gather stone and cut grasses. Today, telling us that if you employ this graphic, if you employ all the 144,000 outstanding teachers and nurses, it will consume 47 of our revenue. This is the man in charge of our labor, and he's telling us that when you employ all these people, it will consume 47% of our revenue. Didn't they know that when they were promising automatic posting for teachers and nurses? Didn't they know that? Then quickly, when you look at their 2026 budget, you see this. I understand Dramani's frustration because he had so much high expectation of these NDC guys, and when they came, or now that they are in power, the kind of mess they are causing around even beats imagination. Look at our 2026 budget, paragraph 1182 to 1187, and it's very, very interesting the way they've crafted it. It says, Mr. Speaker, the 2026 budget statement and economic of government is specifically designed to create up to 800,000 jobs. Create up to 800,000 jobs. Then it goes on to say the 63 billion road contracts awarded so far under the big push will generate an estimated 490,000 jobs. It goes on and on and on. But you see, when Dramani says that he sees the 24-hour economy as something aspirational and not something that could be done within the four-year mandate, when I heard it, I shrinked, because you presented a social contract to Ghanaians and they voted for you. That social contract is time-bound, 4-year mandate, and that included 24-hour economy. You may have a new candidate from the NDC, whether be it Asidun Keta, who I see Alhassan follow sometimes, being their candidate, or Deborah, who you may have affection for. When you have a new candidate like that, his focus may not be on the 24-hour economy. So you see, the 24-hour economy as presented as a social contract to Ghanaians, for which reason they voted for them, it's time bound, it's time specific, 4-year mandate. But you see, the 24-hour economy is captured in chapter 2 of their 2024 manifesto, and it says the 24-hour economy, that's paragraph 2.1. The highlight is 24-hour policy, same job, 3 shifts, 3 people. The 24-hour economy is a deliberate policy intervention by the incoming NDC administration to stimulate economic growth by creating an enabling environment for businesses and public institutions to operate 24/7 in 3 shifts of 8 hours each. So Dramani sits, I said Dramani, Alhassan sits here because he is from the port and he has been employed there because his party is in power. So he doesn't care about the other Ghanaians who haven't been able to be employed. What justification will Alhassan give to the youth who their MP, Susu, tells that today, if they need job, they need to go and open an Indomie joint? What's the rationale Alhassan will give to them? You see, it's because of this social contract Ghanaians had with the NDC, and for each reason they voted for them, that when there is a 5,000 job slot availability in the security service, you have 500,000 people applying. What's the rationale? The rationale is that when you say 3 shifts in 8 hours for everyone, one person will be running 3 shifts in 3 different jobs. Oh, when I come to this security service today, or when I start this job today in 8 hours, I'll move to the next one. That's the rationale. It's common sense, except Alhassan is telling me that common sense has eluded him or has eluded his party. When you tell me that you are creating, how do you call it, 3 jobs, 3 shifts for one person, and you come, the first thing you do within your first month is to sack Ghanaian youths that were employed by your, how do you call it, the previous administration. What is the logic or the rationale behind the job creation promise you highlighted? So you see, this is a Ponzi government. And when I listen to, I honestly, I feel sorry for, how do you call it? I feel sorry for Dramani, because I listen to him with some sense of, and I feel disappointment. Disappointment has gotten to the roof. You are trying to tell me that if the previous government had its shortfalls with job creation, and a new government has been voted for, Ghanaians who are equally paying tax, which includes Opon Nkrumah and myself and the minority, we can't speak to unemployment in this country. Is that what Dramani is telling us? Is that the logic? So if tomorrow the NDC is voted out and MPP comes into power, I will hold Dramani and Alhassan by the same yardstick. Is that what they are telling us? You've promised the Ghanaian youth automatic posting for teachers and nurses. This is the basic thing they expect from you. Once they are done, automatically employ them. You don't go about beating around the bush that the 47% of your revenue will be consumed because of that. Then you go ahead and you listen to them, and it's very laughable.
I want you to say something on this. Okay, Prosper. Okay. So in February, when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was addressing the nation, he stated that more than 1 million Ghanaians have gained employment within the first 2 quarters of 2025.
More than 1 million. But the data do not support that. The data do not support that. The data do not support that. Which source is the president quoting from? And it's very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing that the president will find himself in this mess. But I don't blame him, because days before he read the Sona, the majority leader, Mahama Yariga, also made the same assertion that they've created 1 million jobs. And the facts from the Ghana Statistical Service do not support that. If you even stretch it to say that, oh, the data the president quoted includes quarter 4, you are trying to tell me that from quarter 1 to quarter 3, you created 330,000 jobs. But quarter 4 alone, you created the difference between the 1 million and 330,000 jobs. With what initiative?
Let me read exactly what he stated during the SONA.
Yes.
In relation to the 1 million jobs.
Yes.
So he said that over 1 million Ghanaians gained employment within the first 2 quarters of 2025. These numbers demonstrate that our policies are beginning to yield tangible benefits for household and young people across the country.
Which policies? And it's even embarrassing. I was even crediting the president to say that we should extend it to quarter 4. But he is highlighting quarter 1 and quarter 2.
Quarter 2.
That they've created 1 million jobs.
Over 1 million.
Over 1 million jobs. So it means the Statistical Service is lying to us. The president doesn't respect the data from the Statistical Service, which includes the inflation they keep touting, which we are not seeing is, how do you call it, its benefits or its tangentials in, how do you call it, in our life. Then Dramani speaks about MPP coming up with so many fanciful talks and slogans about job creation, which he doesn't see the reality. For all you know, and to feed your ignorance, this is data from the Ministry of Trade under the MPP. As at the number of jobs we've created from the one district, one factory. Direct jobs, 25,318. Indirect jobs, 144,522. In total, 169,870,000 jobs were created. This is data from the Ministry of Trade and Industry. I can send to your producers and they can fact check that. So when you come and sit here and you speak from your own imagination, you speak as a result of your disappointment, it doesn't hold water. What the minority is saying, is it a right call? Is it true Ghanaian youths are unemployed? Is it true that when the security services opened the portal for recruitment, over 500,000 applied for a job that had a slot of 5,000? Is that the truth? Is that the reality? What is government doing to mitigate these challenges? You don't come and sit here and tell me that because MP was in power, we can't. MP was in power and they had a short force. We can't talk about it now. We can't talk about it now, so you should keep quiet and allow the unemployment situation to persist. Is that what you are telling us? Whilst we pay taxes, we should sit down and allow the unemployment situation to persist. Dramani, is that the understanding you are giving? Is that the understanding from Arise Ghana? Is that what you are telling us, that when there is unemployment situation in the country, we can't speak to it? Alhassan, you are telling us that because you are okay, and today you drove directly from you drove directly from the port because you are running a shift there and you are okay. You come and sit here and tell us that when people are unemployed, they shouldn't speak to it. You have a social contract. You have a social contract.
Because he seems to be just running on variations of team. That's what he's doing. Are you timing him?
Dramani.
Are you timing him? Because he's making some factual inaccuracies here.
When it's your turn, then you can, respond to him. So let.
But he keeps mentioning my name.
Yeah, because
he's inviting me.
No.
Let him conclude.
He's inviting me to engage him because he's mentioning my name.
At the moment, he has the floor. So when he lands, Dramani, please.
See, this thing that when someone is on the floor making a submission, you'll be interjecting to distort the person's thoughts and the person's flow. Dramani, I'm putting to you, unless they mute my mic, if you are speaking, I'll equally interject you. Because it's not nice. It's not nice on principle.
What I'm saying
they have producers, except you want to take the role of the producers, and you're trying to tell me that the producers are not sensible to fact check me when I make a claim. You are the ones sitting here, and you have data. The producers don't have data.
And is that what you are saying? To you that you are making some factual inaccuracies.
When you guys were speaking, I sat down and listened.
But nobody mentioned you. We didn't mention you.
The fact that you see, the fact that
I referred to your party, but you are referring to me.
Yes, I'm referring to you because you made a statement here. You made a statement here representing Arise Ghana. You made a statement here, but I'm saying I'm putting it on record. Regardless of how you may not be comfortable with it, I apologize to viewers and your producers. When he begins to speak, I will interject him. Unless you don't give him the chance to speak again, because it's not fair, and you know it is not fair. We are spending these minutes now. Discussing his interjection, which is deliberate, because it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable with the facts.
Can you go ahead to, make your conclusion on your submission?
My conclusion is simple. If there is unemployment in this country, everyone has the right to speak about it. It's the mandate of the government, who has been voted for by Ghanaians, who have a social contract with Ghanaians within the 4-year mandate to provide the jobs that they've promised Ghanaians. If you are not providing that, they are not being sincere to Ghanaians. You promised them 24-hour economy, 3 shifts. I was expecting that once Alhassan left the port, he shouldn't be here. He should have been somewhere else running an 8-hour shift. When he's done, then he moves to Jubilee House to go and run an 8-hour shift. But you know the funny thing? The lady who mounted the podium at UPSC to come up with that Formula 133 when they were reading their youth manifesto. Funny enough, the lady is also a presidential aide, and she's working for only 8 hours. That lady who lied to Ghanaians, who scammed the Ghanaian youth, they are 1 job, 3 shift, 3 people. She's at Jubilee House, presidency, working for only 8 hours. That's the irony of this government we face. And it's It's a Ponzi this thing. But before I conclude, I'm reiterating the point. When Dramani speaks, I will interject him with all the energy and with all the facts I have. Tempo on spot. I'm not going to allow your producers to do that. No, because you guys sat and he distorted my flow, he distorted my thought, and it's not pleasant, it's not nice. We shouldn't be doing this. This is a Friday, this is a weekend. We should have a nice discussion. When I came, I was very calm. I listened to everyone, regardless of how do you call it, the kind of things they said here, which I disagreed with. If we continue this way,
have you noticed that he's gone quiet?
He's gone quiet. I will start and I also go quiet. He decided to go.
Prosper.
It's not needed. It's a strategy. We've been on this kind of street debate before. Fine. It's a strategy.
It's fine. It's fine. All right. Thank you very much. Abdulai, yes, please.
You see, thank God he made mention of a lady on our manifesto.
The 133?
Yes. So this is it. An MPP created 21 million jobs despite global crisis.
Can you read that again, please?
MPP created 21 million jobs despite global crisis, claims student. In a bold and eyebrow-raising statement at the new Patriotic Party MPP 2024 manifesto launch, Alice Yakubu, a level 400 IT student from the University of Ghana, claimed that the ruling party has already created an astonishing 21 million jobs, which is a lie. So you can just go in. Look, now, November, see.
I know about it.
So I'm coming. Now, you see, sometimes they forget themselves. In November 3rd November, this is it. If you watch CT, we've created 2.6 billion jobs.
Which year is that? 3rd November, I'm not giving the year. 2024.
This is it. We've created 2.6 million jobs. This is Baumia. This is it. I just want to give you this particular one. Now, the same Baumia again says we've created 2.4 million jobs. I want to give you one particular one.
Which date is this one?
I'm coming. Just relax for me. Just relax for me. You don't have a problem. You see, sometimes the MPP always forget themselves. This is another one. And MPP under Akufo-Addo has created 2.3 million jobs. And this is 18th August 2024.
I think this was what I referenced in my submission.
And this is my joy.
Yes.
And this is my joy. See. I said, look, this is, what date was that?
The second one you referenced.
Wait,
the second one you referenced, Baumia, you didn't mention the year.
Please.
You didn't mention the year.
Yeah,
I'm coming. I'm coming. Look, nothing. Please, when you were having your issue, I never uttered a single word. Please, no. I want to respect you with that. No, listen to me.
I'll find your righteous sources to also rope in.
Please, I was so mute here. Please. And please.
You want to be...
But I
said, what date is that?
I have the right to also be asking you.
What date is that?
What date is that? When he's done.
No, what date is that?
So when is that? No problem.
The date is over there.
The second one you gave me, 2024, 18th August 2020.
18th August. How many jobs were created?
2.3 million jobs.
Now, November 3rd, 2.6. Now, 5th September 2024.
2.3.
How much?
2.1 million jobs.
You see, sometimes let us be factual with ourselves. These are reports by the MPP administration in 2024, giving us various numbers of employment that they have done. And look, in total, we are talking about 2.1, 2.2, 2.4, 2.6. And look, one particular thing, August, September, 2.6, now it has dropped to 2.1. You see, facts are facts. We are doing what we're supposed to do. We promised Ghanaians that we will create jobs. In our manifesto, we made mention of 24-hour economy. We made mention of Women's Development Bank. We made mention of National Apprenticeship Program, which currently we are doing, 100% doing. We made mention of Dzramado program, which my brother said my man here is an NDC person, and still the same NDC person was attacking the Dzramado program, which I was sitting here. So I'm even confused. But if you are NDC, why are you attacking the Dzramado program? See, we made mention of Digital Jobs Initiative, and we made mention of 1 million coders. And currently, we are enrolled, it is being enrolled. We are working on the 1 million coders. We made mention of agriculture for jobs. We made mention of rapid industrialization for jobs. And currently, the Minister of Roads made mention that because of the big push, the staff at Roads Ministry need additional 1,000 jobs to be created because of the big push. That is the focus of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. We are creating the necessary jobs that we were supposed to create. The big push alone is bringing on board additional 1,000 jobs at the Ministry of Roads and Highway. Look, we are not doing slogans. And my brother was talking about me going to report. Look, I have been at the port for the past 19 years of my life. I have worked at the port for 19 years. So it is not the NDC that came to power and took me to the port. I've been working there. And even if the NDC has taken me to the port, I appreciate it. That is what we all vote for. That we vote for a president or we vote for a government that will employ the youth. And that is it.
All you're telling me now, the promise that has been made that by 2028,
yes,
that is by,
sure, the end of our 4 years.
The end of your
exactly.
4 years,
yes,
the 1.7 to 2 million jobs would be created.
More than that, with what we are experiencing currently right now, we have... See, the project is more than that because currently, if in a single of a year, and in the second year, we are creating almost 2 million because currently we are exceeding 1 million so far. Which you did your fact check, please allow me to, you can have your time to come. You did it and you have given us that, yes, we have done 690. That is it. We are okay with that. We are still young. Even this particular year is still young. We have up to December, which we are still thinking, we are creating. I just told you about the women's initiative that we have bought. Now it is expected to bring 30,000 additional jobs to what we have achieved so far. Now, the minister is talking about 1,000 additional jobs. 1 million coders is thinking about 1 million additional jobs to be created. That should tell you that we will make sure that whatever we are supposed to do to make sure that jobs. See, the youth out there who don't have job are not thinking about slogans. They are not thinking about promises. All what the youth need is availability of jobs, because the national security in 2024 told us that there is a risk. It is a national security threat to us, and that is why we have to focus for. And that is why the teeming youth voted massively against the MPP administration, because they lied to us as Ghanaians. And even when they were having power and when they were having all the authority, they couldn't provide the necessary jobs to us. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he's taking us to the promised land. We are so far so good. All our promises that we gave Ghanaians in our manifesto, don't forget that we didn't campaign to him because he didn't listen to us when we were promising all those things that he's talking about. He voted for the MPP. Those who voted for us will receive the job. We will make sure that we satisfy those teeming youth who voted for us. Oh yes, they are our first focus. Yes, those who voted for us are our first call.
Okay.
Yes.
What are you using to know exactly who voted?
They will come to. We know how to make sure that they get it, because every single job that we bring, nothing will not come on board. Because he doesn't appreciate it.
Okay.
Exactly. Those who appreciate it, we will give it to them. Okay. That is why every single municipal assembly today is enjoying a number of improvements in terms of job. Because even just currently, the Nkukwan Ketenkete project that we are doing, do you know there are a number of youth who have jumped into that particular initiative and are making it? You see, he made mention of an MP, and that is why I'm going there. He made mention of an MP, Honorable Sosu, that he said the youth have to go into Indo. Look, this was a smart politician who was talking to youth and telling them how to make businesses. Look, what he was saying was that, look, as a youth, you can have a joint. I'm coming. Let me land with that. Let me land with that. As a youth, you can have a multiple stream of income by looking to within where you are, your area that you are, those youth who are there, who need job, invest into them an amount of Indomie that he made mention of Indomie. That invest in them when you have like almost 5 Indomie joints. Exactly. If a day each of the joint is making a sales of 200 cedis and you have 5 across your area, that should give you 1,000. It is a sustainable job to people over the look. Okay. Some people don't need that white collar job that you think about. Yes, other youth over there, other youth don't need those white collar jobs that you think. Those minimum ones are what what they want, and that is what we are giving to them.
I'm going to
take a second bite on this.
So I will give each a minute to conclude on this particular topic, because we have to talk about we have to get into the second topic. So please conclude. So
I want you to help me. How many jobs was here? How many jobs did they created here? And look at the timeline. There was one that said 2.6, 2.4, and the following year 2.2. Yes, those are the inconsistencies. The only thing that MPP are good at is the inconsistency that they have. They always have the wrong figures. Look, so they don't have any moral right to come here and tell us that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has embarrassed himself because he is giving us inconsistent figures. You did much more than that, and these are evidence to that. So please, sometimes when you are doing it, focus and do your thing, but don't go in terms of embarrassment. No, we are more than that.
Okay.
See, with evidence. Nothing else you can tell us, and these are the evidence that you're telling. Your own president, your own vice, has embarrassed himself here. If embarrassment is the word that we have to use, His Excellency, former Vice President of Ghana, embarrassed himself so many times. In the study that you even mentioned our manifesto ground that we said when the person is doing 8 months. Even on your manifesto ground in 2024, they made mention that you have created 28 million jobs, which was a lie, which was an embarrassment.
Okay, Abdulai, your 1 minute is up. Selorm, a minute to conclude on this.
But that would be grossly unfair to me, because you have given them time to take we've given them enough time.
I actually...
because this job thing, you see...
they say you are NDC, so don't come and attack NDC.
Let me say it to the likes of this gentleman, Prosper, that I have said it ad nauseum that I am not a member of a political party. Prosper here, the time I campaigned for, the first time I even voted for the MPP, I don't know how old he was at the time, frankly. Because the year 97, 98, 2000, I have some of your seniors, your high-ups, those that you look up to today, I saw them when they started cutting their teeth in politics. So, please, I maintain that I am not a member of any political party. So to say that I am pretending as if you have my NDC party card in your pocket that you can display to the people or viewers that here is Dramani's NDC party card. Please spare us this. Spare us this. That's your intellectual haughtiness, so to speak, that you want to appear like somebody who is so intellectually whatever. Please spare us that. My submission actually talked about the two parties and how they ride on this unemployment thing to come to power. So it is just like what is doing is just like a thief when a thief is caught, or a thief is being told that you are a thief, and the person who is not a thief, when he's told that is a thief, the reactions are different. NDC man here didn't take offense. Why are you taking offense? Especially when you have a candidate that is so discredited and struggling to win the hearts and minds of the people. A candidate who is double-tongued. A candidate whose specialty is peddling falsehood and deception. A candidate whose specialty is to be engaging in false narratives. A candidate whose bailiwick is to be engaging in outright mendacity, lies. A candidate who manufacture a hodgepodge or cocktail of half-truths and lies. A candidate who has been endowed, reputed globally as the most deceptive and discredited candidate. When you have that candidate and you want to ride on what? Moral high ground to do what? You were in opposition, you were in power. When you were in power, you were so antagonistic. When you were in power, you were so antagonistic toward civil society organizations. Even in opposition, you are doing the same.
when you have opportunity to appear on platforms like this, at least you should be able to cultivate intellectual humility. It makes you receptive to new ideas. It makes you open your mind.
Okay.
You understand?
All right, Dramani.
Look, is he telling us that the unemployment rate that was 5.something%, and when his government assumed power in 2017, is he telling us it was the same level when they exited in 2024? It had astronomically risen to 13.6%. And I said that the number of jobs created by governments, I didn't even zoom in on you. I said governments. The rate of unemployment always far outstrips the number of jobs government claim they create. So why did you get exasperated over this? Because you have the tendency, the proclivity to be peddling falsehood.
Prosper.
To be peddling falsehood, even in opposition, instead of you cultivating the noble habit of humility, to listen to Ghanaians, to take honest feedback, you are still being arrogant.
Your time is up.
You are still being arrogant. I am not a member of the NDC.
Okay.
I am not a member of any of the political parties.
Okay.
I am a social activist.
Okay.
And have done this thing for more than 20 years.
Okay.
Right. Specifically 25 years I've been doing this. I am not a member of the NDC. Right. And the NDC people know that. When I come to this place, when I come to this table, you don't see my relationship with the NDC people. The fact that I speak and is consistent with what the NDC people say doesn't mean I am a member of the NDC.
Dramani,
they should spare us that threadbare. Yeah, it's a threadbare. It's a threadbare one out. One still.
It's been 5 minutes and more.
Still whatever. It's a threadbare claim.
Dramani,
we should spare the listeners, the viewers this.
Thank you.
You've given him yes. You've given him 2 minutes. You've given him 2 minutes, and he spoke for more than 6 minutes. And interestingly, I was quiet. Contrary to my words, I didn't target him. I was quiet. I was just mentioning on it, prompting you.
Yes.
He spent more than half of the time allocated to him. I'm talking about Dramani, giving colorful adjectives about Dr. Bawumia. Joy FM actually did a fact check, which went to the fact that whatever was on Google pointing to a deceptive nature of Dr. Bawumia was a coordinated scheme planted by the NDC. Joy did that.
I just saw you right now. No. I just saw you. I just saw you approve.
I just saw you approve.
It was not fair. I just saw you approve.
So it was coordinated by the opposition for your candidates to be doubling in inconsistency.
What you are doing is highly unfair to Prosper.
You made mention of NDC. I just proved you that was
I kept quiet. Why in the face of all these inconsistencies that double in? Then you say that's a coordinated effort.
When both of you were making your submissions, he was very quiet. So please, be quiet.
He made mention of NDC.
It does not matter, Abdulai. It doesn't matter. Let him conclude.
Quickly. I want it to be known to Selorm. I said Selorm, Dramani. When he says that when he started politics, those I'm looking up to were cutting their teeth. I want it to be known to him that the old age of Methuselah has nothing to do with the wisdom of King Solomon.
Sure.
Your old age or whatsoever you are, whenever you start politics.
I said that.
Will you shut up and listen to me for once?
I said
will you shut up or listen to me for once?
Will you shut up?
Will you shut up? Will you keep quiet and listen to me?
Pipe down, please?
Because what's this? It's embarrassing.
Will you pipe down?
Don't use
what kind of what's this?
So you came here to do what?
I listened to you.
You came to this place to do what?
You met all the colorful adjectives about Dr. Bawumia.
No, you came here to do what?
And myself, I listened to you. Why would you keep quiet and listen to me?
You came here to be what?
I said what? What was this? It's embarrassing. What's this? What's this? I kept quiet and listened to you. Why can't you shut up?
I said that thing to underscore the point.
You said that to underscore.
For you to know that.
Can't I also make an
I am not a member of
Okay, all right. What is happening now is highly unfair to our viewers. So
but you've not been fair to me. Together with your producers, you've not been fair to me.
Don't worry.
You've not been fair to me.
Let me land, please. So we are going on a very quick break. We'll come back to continue. We have to, waters have to calm in the studio. I love, the quietness already in the studio, but we have to go on a very quick break. I need to acknowledge Prosper Boahene, who is on Zoom. He's an energy analyst. When we come back from that quick break, we are going to get into that conversation where, the fire outbreak that happened at the Akosombo substation, investigators have stated that, just say, Maya lost the crowd. Anyways, so simply put, it was not a sabotage. So we are going to get into that conversation when we come back. Newsflash continues.
Newsflash is brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Steel, fun papa fee.
You look beautiful.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is still Prime Morning. This is the Newsflash segment, and we are talking about the level of unemployment. Well, Minority has spoken up in relation to unemployment skyrocketing, and they are calling on Majority to do the work, put in more work, and my guests have been taking bites on this particular topic. But before we delve deeper into our next conversation, I want to apologize, on behalf of my gentlemen here, to our viewers for the discourse that happened before we went on that quick break. I believe that they would also render some apology to our viewers as well, because it needs to be done. And so Abdulai is still here. He's representing the NDC. He's a communications team member, and I still have Selorm Dzramado, who is a leading member of Arise Ghana, and Prosper Nate is still here, who is a communications team member of the New Patriotic Party. And so, gentlemen, please. Now you have the floor.
Oh, okay.
You have the floor. So let me start with Selorm.
I am a very passionate person, but in expressing or exuding passion, I always try to balance it with my other side, which is the cheerful disposition. You will attest to the fact that all your panelists who come here, I tend to have some, those things with you, like spend cheerful moments with you here. You attest to that fact, how we flow on theirs. I am a very cheerful
person,
are at indeed. The same time passionate about the forward march of this country. And it always shows in how I express myself, okay? I take no prisoners, I pull no punches. I go for the jugular. That is my politics.
Okay.
What happened, I am rendering unqualified apology to your cherished and esteemed viewers.
Thank you.
That I am in sackcloth and ashes.
Thank you.
It will never happen on this platform again.
Thank you.
Inshallah, I will not lose my calm over this.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I would like to tell Prosper that when I said that thing, because I know when you're apologizing, you don't say exactly what got the person offended. But when I was making that point, that in this year or that year, I don't know where he was and how old he was. I didn't say that to belittle or slight him. I didn't. I was only making a point that those he looks up to today in their party, some of them know me and do know my style of politics. They may not tell him, but if he wants to do some digging, he will discover the kind of person.
All right.
I am a person who is almost sympathetic toward opposition party. This is the first time people are saying me that I am seeing like the opposition and we are not seeing eye to eye. Perhaps there's something about them that is making that thing like that. So I apologize to you, Prosper, that if in my utterance I came across as somebody belittling you. I apologize and apologize profusely.
Thank you so much, Dramani. That was wonderful. Prosper?
Well, in the same line, I'd like to apologize to viewers for that moment of altercation that happened. Okay. Naturally, those who know me know I'm very reserved. I like to focus on the facts. And so Dramani himself, I think after his first submission, he tapped me to say that he was happy when he saw me on set because he knows I'll come with data.
Facts,
I'll come with facts and data. I think some of these things happen and there are some of the low moments, so I apologize to viewers. And I think, let me just say this, in saying that to end. If you're on set and someone has been able to listen to your submission, however unpleasant, you should also be able to listen to the person's submission, however unpleasant.
Okay.
Buzia had a quote which is attributed to him that you need to stomach foolishness in politics. Okay. And so, in as much as you may not be happy with someone's submission, it doesn't call for unnecessary, how do you call it, interjection. When it happens that way, the closest you may come to brainstorming is slight drizzle. You may not even be close to an intellectual distinction. So
okay.
I apologize to viewers.
All right, thank you.
Now, having said that, I think the passion with which
we have to move to our next topic.
Oh, you see,
we have to.
This is what I was saying before. That's
okay. Let me give you 2 minutes. Prosper, let me give you 2 minutes to do this. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Okay, so please go ahead.
I think the passion with which we are speaking today on this very topic, it gives evidence to the fact that we are all eager to see this unemployment situation tackled. And so we're just appealing to, how do you call it, to government to do the right thing. But quickly, this is an RTI that was filed, and this was a response that was submitted to Mr. Emmanuel Senor Elik Pleno on 24th March 2026 from the government statistician. And I think the relevant portion I need to quote, point 3, it says, over the period from quarter 1 to quarter 2025 to quarter 3 2025, the estimated number of employed persons recorded at a net increase of 330,000 people. And so when Alhassan sits here, gives figures, they've created 600,000 jobs, close to 1 million. President Mahama has said it. This is an official data, an official source from the Ghana statistician. So what's more embarrassing than this? The president was preparing the State of the Nation address without recourse to official data. Are we not supposed to go by official data? Are we also to question the inflation figures of 3-point-something that they've put out? If he's questioning the data from the Ghana, the statistician, the chief statistician, that 330,000 figures isn't correct, and the President Mahama's figures are something we should go by, then we should equally question the 3-point-something inflation figure that the Ghana Statistical Service is pointing out. It's just common. Once again, I apologize to viewers for the moments of altercation that happened.
Just a minute.
Okay.
No, just 1 minute. Please.
You want to go back on that on this issue?
No, please, just 1 minute. I'll be fair. When you use the word embarrassment and stuff, I just want to show him. Just a minute. Just 1 minute. Just a minute.
We have to go.
I want to tender in this. Just a minute. No, just a minute.
I'm giving you a big fat no on this. I'm really sorry.
Just a minute.
I'm giving you a big fat no on this. I need to go over on Zoom. We have to move on to our next topic. So on the 23rd of April 2026 at Kosombo Fire Station, there was a fire that happened there, and there were a lot of questions that were erupting on the minds of Ghanaians and also some politicians as well. It was being speculated that, it's a sabotage. A whole lot of things were coming up in relation to this case. But after investigators investigated this matter, it is said that it is an insulation failure. And so joining us via Zoom this morning is an energy analyst, and he's in the person of Prosper Abuahene. Good morning, Prosper. Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Hello, Prosper.
Yeah, good morning.
Hope you're doing well.
Good morning.
Okay, all right. Prosper, so as an energy analyst, first and foremost, I want your take on after this incident happened in April, on April 23rd. I just want your take on exactly because there were so many things that came up. Also, we also had somebody stating the fact that there are so many things that are going on wrong. There are so many things that have gone on wrong in relation to the Akosombo substation that not much attention has been paid to the place when it comes to maintenance culture, when it comes to certain things or some of the things being changed. I want your view on this first before we come to the conclusion on the investigations.
Yeah, thank you very much and good morning again to yourself, your viewers, and your guests as well. My name is Profanate and Selorm and Ahassan. I think they have been a spirited debate this morning. But moving on, like you rightly said, on the 23rd of April, there was a novel situation at the Akosombo control yard, which is a fire incident that rendered the facility no problem. As such, we were not able to evacuate over 1,000 megawatts of power to various places that needed it, and we had it cascading curtailment, mostly confined in the southern part of the country. You look at Greater Accra, Ashanti region, Central region, Volta, to be precise. And so this raised a lot of questions as to how the what weather takes place, how do we ensure the energy system resilient going forward. And so by and by, this has been the prevailing challenges that we encountered. And when it comes to issues like this, knowing the commodity is a public good, with talking about electricity, citizens are more of the participants to the unfolded development than the spectators, especially knowing that we have also economic implications as we experience in 2024 and 2026, 2024 and 2016, sorry. When we had, according to the World Bank, we lost about, at the end of 2016, we cared about $320 to $900 billion lost, which is a deficit of about 2% of our GDP. Okay. And in 2024, we also, according to the Energy Ministry, we're shedding around 700 megawatts of power, which also impacted the economy adversely. That will go on to affect SMEs and also the industry, which are some of the biggest customers of ECG and EDCO in general. So when it comes to situations like this, the conversation is more curated. People are more sensitive to the stability and supply of power.
Isn't it sad that we are still having a conversation on maintenance culture? I mean, all these years after the substation was built, that's what, in the 1960s? And yes, we are still struggling and having conversations on something failing.
Most definitely. You have the facility from 1964 or so.
Yes.
So I don't have the data to speak to maintenance issue as to how the regular maintenance or inspections are carried out. But the reports did indicate that it is an insulating problem, which means that electricity travel to through the non-conductive materials to unwanted areas. And looking at the cluster of cables and wires, obviously at the spectrum will mean that it will ignite fire and obviously escalate quickly, looking at the product we are dealing with. And so I may not be able to quickly conclude
right.
in terms of maintenance issues.
Okay.
But if we speak to what is available before us, how we can mitigate this going forward, and also the lessons learned, and obviously how we can move forward the effects of energy system resilience. If you look at some of the lessons learned, these are quite significant. Hitherto, there was the notion that Akosombo, which is a major biggest hydropower, is a base load evacuation. But that notion must be critically interrogated this time around. That we've been able to maneuver our way around to still evacuate power, but obviously rationing is not, in terms of stability. We're still able to ration power, even as over 1,000 megawatts of power lost. And also, the situation also offers us, the opportunity to see how responsive we can be to such major disasters. Earlier on, I did indicate that it was an open situation, so that none of both PR and RICO personnel did not have experience in such cases. But quoting their own words, or paraphrasing their own words from RICO, from their statement, they say they improvise a connection philosophy to be able to create a bypass to still dispatch over 1,000 megawatts of power. And how they were able to actually salvage the situation is that in a couple of weeks, we were able to bring all the 6 units back on stream. It's a feat that we must really commend them. That is the highest of commendation. And so these have been some of the lessons that we've learned. But the most important one is the way forward in ensuring that our energy systems are more resilient, knowing that we have the plan from Greco to put up a new permanent control room.
Yes, definitely. All right, Prosper, thank you so much. We actually pressed for time. I wish we had more time to, delve into that.
But then let me quickly add this, which I think is very, very important.
Okay.
If we are looking at the system resilience, and we are talking about how, and in this case, our national interconnected transmission system that is effectively managed by RICO, how we can tolerate, distractions and still be able to dispatch power affordable and a quality rate. And then one of the position of IE on this is adhering to some of these resilient metrics that will help to sustain the system going forward. And also adding that to the experience that this incident has given a VRA and RICO will go along with to help. If you look at how we can ensure that we have a fire suppression system, if it is there, how automated it is, regardless of the lapse of time. How we can ensure that this is automated is equally very, very vital with regards to the new structure that we are looking to build. And you look at how we can alternatively evacuate power when a specific designated control room is being destroyed, and which is what we were faced with, that we do not have an alternative evacuation route, a contingency plan to evacuate over 1,000 megawatts of power. And so we must also employ that redundancy technology into the new infrastructure that we are going to build. And also look at how we can diversify the evacuation of 1,000 megawatts of power. When we do the cost benefit analysis, is it prudent that we have a single source where we evacuate over 1,000 megawatts of power, which is in some ways a base load dispatch, as it were, or we can diversify it and have one or two or more control centers where if one is rendered inoperable, we can evacuate power through the other control, which is what RICO did by creating the bypass. But I'm saying that if that is the case, then we must institutionalize or in terms of the infrastructure design, we must have, create a redundancy where we have a separate control room.
Okay, Prosper.
Where in case of such emergencies, we can evacuate power.
All right, Prosper, thank you very much. We'll do well to come back to you to, expound on this particular conversation, God willing, next week. Because, there's also the conversations on introducing or investing more into solar systems to help reduce, situations or instances like this where the citizenry would have to be enjoying no power and all of that. So, Prosper, thank you once again. We'll come to you next week, God willing, to continue. So, ladies and gentlemen, we were joined by Prosper Boahen, who is an energy analyst. Let me come back to studio and speak to my guest. Unfortunately, because we are pressed for time, you have about 2 minutes. Yeah. You have just, 2 minutes each to talk on this particular matter, and then we are done. So let me come straight to you, Prosper. Prosper Nati.
Well, we thank God that finally it has been unraveled that it wasn't as a result of sabotage. It's a technical issue for, if you want a better word, lack of maintenance that has necessitated that unfortunate incident. I think going forward, like you said, we need to take our maintenance culture very serious. And in as much as we do that, we need to build buffers for some of these emergencies, because no one was happy with the erratic power situation we found ourselves in. And so we need to build buffers so when such an unfortunate incident happens, we'll be able to rely on such buffers. So all being so good, howbeit unfortunate news that the substation got bent, we thank God that it wasn't an act of sabotage or arson, but an unfortunate technical experience. So we encourage governments, whether present or future, to build buffers for our energy supply.
Okay, thank you very much, Prosper. Selorm.
Okay, thank you very much. And just to underscore what Prosper in studio Prosper, I mean, not the Zoom Prosper, the in studio Prosper said that the investigation has concluded that what happened, the unfortunate incident wasn't as a result of sabotage. It wasn't sabotage because the kind of political system we have, conspiracy theory, always, pop up whenever such things happen. So people started peddling all manner of things that maybe the people on the other side of the aisle may be the ones behind it. And it was something that at the time it didn't make sense to me, and still, you understand, but it's like my instincts have been vindicated. Okay. You understand? That kind of politics we should do away with it. Do you understand? Yeah. What would the people on the other side gain by setting our major critical, power supply ablaze? Yeah. Just to get power. I know what politicians can do, but that one, when that conspiracy theory started going around, my instinct told me not to. You understand? Okay. And to comment Prosper Boahen, he said that all the things that he said, I think the powers that be should take note of what he said, because he has shared a lot of insightful stuff. He has, I think he should get some of these things on paper and formally present it to GridCo and VRA. Because of some of the things he said, I think that is what we should be doing as a country, and especially our energy supplies. So today, the investigation is that
it is not a sabotage.
It was not an arson.
Yes.
It was not a sabotage. Yes. But
insulation failure.
Insulation failure.
Yes.
So my brother is itching to also go along the same distance. It thank Allah that investigation that it was not an act of sabotage.
Okay. All right. So Abdulai,
you see, the difference between the NDC and our distractors, it's simple. We had opportunity to do investigation. Yes. We found out the truth. Now it is time to fix the problem.
Yes.
Look, I am here. Graphic Online, December 22nd, 2020. MPP accused NDC of orchestrating market fires. There's it.
This exhibit.
MPP accused NDC of inciting supporters to set market on fire. And this is John Bodu. No, this is it. No, this is it.
Conclusion.
My Joy Online.
Because
My Joy, I have 2 minutes. My Joy Online. MPP accused NDC of orchestrating recent market fires. 21st December 2020. My Joy Online. So you see, instead of we accusing our brothers or anything, in our own way, we chose to investigate it and make sure that, and you see, that the team, the 7-member technical committee that did the investigation, with the chairman is William Amuna, engineer William Amuna. We give them, like, it's a solid job that they have found now. Yes, a solid job that they have found. And this particular one, our own minister, Dr. John Abdulai Jinapo, the minister, he has done so well. And this is what we need. And the youth, we appreciate whatever he has done, because he has given us the opportunity to know that, yes, this is a pure technical issues that we need to change, whatever we have to change. And we've promised Ghanaians, we've investigated, we found the truth, and we will fix it.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your time this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on Newsflash right here on Prime Morning. I need to remind you that Newsflash segment is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. And so if you're looking for whatever electronic device it may be, mobile phones, CCTV cameras, televisions, refrigerators, they've got you covered. So be it Nokia, Samsung, iPhone, smart TVs, I mean, ranging from 32 inch to 100 inches. Franco air conditioning ranging from 1.5 horsepower, 2 horsepower and 2.5 horsepower, chest freezers and refrigerators, washing machines, microwave, blender, generator, gas and electric stove, CCTV camera, I've already mentioned that to you. They have got you covered, okay? So all you have to do is that from the comfort of your homes, you just download the app on your phones. It's on Android, it's on iOS. It is Franco Trading app, and you can, just place an order for whatever gadget that you're looking for. Now, here's the thing. If you are to purchase any item or any electronic gadgets and accessories from all of their shops nationwide, you're going to enjoy up to 40% discount on all the prices, yes. And if you are to also purchase from any of the digital platforms, you're going to enjoy 40% discount. So you can call their numbers if you want to place an order for any, or you want to make inquiries. It is 0246422338 or 0555-939311 or 030-222-5651. Again, you can download the app on your phones. It is Franco Trading app on Google Play Store and iOS. Or you can visit the website at www.francotrading.com. So yes, that's it. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phones papa fee. All right, so that's it for this morning. Oh, I need to remind you, Father's Day is just around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, happy Father's Day to you all in advance. Men who fathers also deserve to be celebrated. And so this Father's Day, give dad more than a gift. Give him an unforgettable experience. You have to join the Joy brands for Joy Safari Escape, the ultimate weekend getaway created to celebrate fathers and father figures from 20th to the 21st of June. Enjoy a premium escape filled with relaxation, adventure, music, great food, and quality family time. Your experience includes breakfast courtesy of Safari Homes, complimentary bus service to and from Aqua Safari, because we care about your comfort. Luxury night stay at Aqua Safari, scenic river tours and boat cruises, fish and tortoise feeding experience, underwater cave viewing, Eco Park adventure with amazing wildlife encounters, buffet meals, island party with live band entertainment, swimming pool, archery, board games, lawn tennis, endless vibes from our DJs, fun activities for kids too. So bring the whole family along. Now, here are the rates. For single, for just one person, you pay a cool 4,000 Ghana cedi to enjoy all of this. My goodness. For double, you pay 6,000 Ghana cedis. And for a family of 4, it is 10,000 Ghana cedis. And so book now or make inquiries. You call or WhatsApp Lois at 053-100-3813. Joy Safari Escape, one weekend, endless memories. All right, so it's a wrap. My name is Asiedoa Akomia. Thank you, Abdulai, who represented, who is a member of the NDC Communications Team. Selorm. Selorm likes it when I mention his full name.
Yes.
So Selorm Dramani Dzramado, he's a leading member.
Selorm, I said no. Dramani.
Dramani, yes, I think he got confused. So yeah, Selorm is a leading member of the Arise Ghana. Okay. And then Prosper Nate, who is a member of the NPP Communications Team. My name is Asiedoa Akomia, and it's a wrap. Prime Minister continues right here on Joy Prime TV. So please do not go away. We are turning around shortly. We'll be right back.
Newsflash was brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fie.